There we go. VGRT Gaming Podcast, episode 675, recorded on October 9th, 2025.
Hello and welcome to the 700. I'm sorry. Hello and welcome to the 765th edition of TD Gaming Podcast and 598th episode of Video Game Roundtable. I am TJ Denzer.
I am Scott Derrick.
And I am Jonah Falcon.
The VGRT Gaming Podcast focuses on game news from around the industry.
All right. So, TJ, what have you been playing?
I dipped my toes into 2XKO, which is the Riot Games fighting game. They put Warwick in the game, which is a werewolf, and the character plays a lot like certain characters that I've already liked in fighting game history. And so I was like, all right, I'll dip my toes in. I'll see what this is about. I want to see if this character actually is fun to play. And he is, and I'm addicted for now. I have also been fiddling with Absalom, which is from .emu, Guard Crush Games, and Supermonk. Guard Crush Games and .emu worked on Streets of Rage 4 together, and this is a beat-em-up brawler roguelike game. Very fun. I like the characters. It's set in a medieval fantasy world. One of the characters is a frog mage. There's like a vampire lady. There's a assassin that's got like robotic limbs. And then there's a dwarf that just uses knuckle dusters and a gun. And they're all fun characters. It's very good brawling. Like Streets of Rage 4 was amazing, and this game builds on that foundation in a different direction. So, two pretty fun fighty little games that I've been fiddling with.
Okay. How about you, Scott? What have you been playing?
I've been playing Trials in the Sky first, and I'm almost done with it now, so I should be finishing it up pretty soon. And it's been really nice, just seeing the game in 3D and with the daybreak mechanics, and it's a really good remake. It really is.
So, have you been playing around with the Copper Age?
Oh yeah, I've been playing around with that, using the different tools and doing different decorations with my armor stands with different, armor. It's really nice having that more useful armor now, and I also use the Green Lantern. That's a pretty good decoration too. I'm looking forward to the Nautilus that's coming for the Mounts of Mayhem. So that'll be a nice little underwater mount. And the spear looks like it's going to be a good weapon too.
As for me, I've been ODing on Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. As a matter of fact, I've gotten to the point in which it's really hard. And even if my character is maxed out on the stats, it's still even just upgrading some of your weapons and doing level 3 is really, really difficult. And that difficulty, the difficulty curve of that game goes 1, 2, 3, and all the way up. It was a minor miracle for me to get through the second gate so I can do level 3 stuff. I don't know if any of you have been playing it, but I have. I've also been playing Supermarket Simulator. It's on Game Pass, and one of the interesting things is that it's one of those. It starts off slow, but then you think, you know what? I really need to be able to do this, and suddenly the ability to do that is unlocked. And right now I'm thinking, I really think I should get a cashier to do all this work for me. And at some point, you can hire a cashier. The problem with hiring cashiers is that they cost money. Every day has a rent, every day has utilities, and then you'd have to add paying someone to do that job. So right now, I'm just working hard so I can afford to have a cashier. Like I slowly add shelves and I slowly add refrigerators, and it's 9 out of 10 on Steam. So the only problem I have is it's kind of janky. Sort of feels like it was put together with baling wire and Scotch tape. But despite the fact that there's like 8 character models, and it's sort of like sometimes you have a bunch of clones coming in. Oh, it's the same woman in the red dress coming in. Exact same woman, same face, same dress, same everything. But it's still fun. It's at the point in which, between tedium and moving forward, It hasn't gotten to outright tedium yet, though. I've also started playing Assassin's Creed 2 again. And I'm getting used to the movement because the Batman Arkham games and the Middle Earth games have programmed me to do everything in a certain way. And this game just, does things very elementally. I forgot it's just a one-punch simulator, X, 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 occasionally right trigger to do a block. And you can't block in back of you. You actually have to face them. So one of the things I like is the chasing aspect, in which you have to run across and try and lose them. The later games kind of ditched that, in which you'd have to run, hide. This one has the run, hide that the first one had. So yeah, according to my memory, the Assassin's Creed 2 series was the best with Ezio Auditore. And, I'm going to replay them and see if it's just a nostalgia filter. When was the last time you played one of the early Assassin's Creed games?
I think for me it was
Black Flag.
It was like the third. I think it was Revelation.
American Revolution.
Revolution.
Oh. Yeah.
It was the last one that had Ezio of like the Ezio trilogy.
Oh, Revelations.
Revelations.
I think it's Revelations. Yeah. There are three Ezio games. One was 2. I think the next one was Brotherhood.
Yes.
And then Revelations. And I think it's in 3 in which Desmond stabs Lucy.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is. I remember there being a multiplayer thing in that game that I was really interested in. That
it was fun. I always did it. It was like Spy Party before Spy Party, in which you had to pretend to be AI.
Yeah, and you had to track down other assassins also pretending to be AI and kill them before they kill you.
Yeah, and I was always good at it. I mean, I knew how to get into those crowds and just walk like a computer. Because what happens is, that the computer does these little jerks, and every time they turn, it's like, So I was able to mimic that perfectly.
I really liked that. I was not as good as far as I remember. I also just like that game in of itself exemplified my problems with the campaigns in Assassin's Creed is that they just have you running around collecting too much stuff. I think that they've improved upon that in later games a bit, but it still was a thing that just bothered me at the time. I don't like an open world that isn't that in. Like the city is beautiful, but I don't like an open world that gives me a bunch of menial tasks all the time.
Yeah. The Middle Earth games, especially Shadow of War, mastered it because when I replay Shadow of War, if I want to do an 100% completion, it's not such a tedious thing to find the Ilthins and the treasures. Because every time you found something, it had a unique thing attached to it. Everything you found as far as treasures were little bits and bobs from the universe that were all completely different, and they always had some commentary about it. Like, he might find a wooden horse, and he would talk about how he wanted to be a craftsman when he was young. It was like, it Monolith showed how to make it fun. It's too bad Monolith doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. And that system is like confined to the vaults of WWP.
I think no longer. I think there's some games that are coming out that do use the Nemesis system. That's why I was looking forward to Wonder Woman. I wanted to see how they were going to meld Wonder Woman to the Nemesis system. If I knew anybody who could do it, it would be Monolith.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if that system shows up anywhere, because it is a good system, and it sucks that it's confined to just 2 games.
Yeah. I actually saw, I pre-ordered Plants vs. Zombies, right? And sometimes they'll show you games you might be interested in. And there's a zombie pinball game, which is a roguelike. Have you seen this?
I have not.
And it's not one of those games that's bought a lot, but it has fantastic reviews, which means I should try it out at some time. It's called Zombie Rollers with a Z, Pinball Heroes. Only $15 on Steam, too. But yeah, it's actually published by Daedalic. Zing Games. What else did they do? That's it. They just did the Zombie Rollers game, and that's it.
Zen Games, yeah, they do that, and they do Pinball
Word
FX, if I
Annihilation.
remember correctly.
Do they? They don't have any of that listed here.
Is it Zen Games or Zen? I think
Zing Games, not Zen Studios.
Oh,
Zen
okay.
Studios is the one who does all those pinball. Yeah, no, this is Zing Games.
That's why I didn't realize it was different. That's why I was thinking like, oh,
look up Zombie Rollers Pinball Heroes. It's bizarre. It's a roguelike that uses a pinball mechanic, but it's like everybody loves it. And it's only $15. I really should try it out. Just picture a game in which you're doing pinball, and zombies are marching down the pinball thing, and you have to kill them with a pinball.
Oh yeah.
There's also an overland map that you go to different areas.
Neat. It looks fun.
Yeah, and that came out a long time ago. It came out in 2022. 2022 is a long time ago. Put that in quotes. Technically, it's a long time ago. Did I tell you that I finished Wander Song?
No.
Okay, I played Wander Song. It's from 2017, and I'd never heard of it, but everybody who's played it raves about it. It's sort of like if you had the Artful Escape, except better gameplay to it. And you play this bard who's running around, and his weapon is he sings. That's it. But here's the interesting thing. He is not the protagonist of the game until the very end. There's a hero that goes around that's killing the monsters instead of you. And what's hilarious is that your character never earns an achievement. The antagonist hero earns the achievements, but you don't. And it's not until the end in which everything comes together. And I'm going to tell you something. It's one of those games which is really silly in the beginning, but becomes very emotional at the end. Even though it's really good writing. I was just playing Wander Song. It's like a 5-hour game, but it's really great. You haven't heard of it, have you, Scott?
Which game?
Wander Song.
No, haven't heard of it.
Try it. Try it. It's worth it. Yeah. We're going to move on to the quick news. What the hell? I forgot to put down the quick news. I had it on my thing here because you have to deformat it. There we are. Skate Story is finally releasing in December. A lot of people have been talking about this game. Some people think it's a game of the year already based on the demo. Have you heard of this game?
I played a little bit of it at Tokyo Game Show, actually.
Oh, okay.
I think it's neat. You play as a demon that wants to escape hell, and the way that you do that is by getting a glass body and getting a magic skateboard and trying to skate out of hell to eat the moon.
Well, here's the thing. You have a glass body, meaning...
if you touch anything, you will explode into bits and pieces. And you move, and you go fast. Like, the game has a little bit of looseness to it as far as, like, it feels sort of like Tony Hawk in a good way. And... but it's ultimately like it's a fast-paced platformer.
You know what it reminds me of? You ever heard of a game called Race the Sun?
Yes.
It's sort of like that. Because in Race the Sun, you're not skating, but you're in this little ship that is going faster and faster. Actually, that's not true. If the sun starts setting, you go slower and slower and slower until you stop, and that's when you finish. So you want to go fast, but the problem is you're going so fast is that all of a sudden the levels start getting more complicated, and you have to start dodging stuff, and God forbid you should play the apocalyptic mode.
Mm-hmm. I happened to find one of the funny things about Skate Story is that, like, you're trying to get out of heck and get and eat the moon, of course, and they're the Sentinels of Hell and the angels that don't want that to happen are basically positioned as stuffy old people that are just like, he can't do that. Why is he doing that? Stop him from doing that. And it's got a funny sense of humor about it, as far as I could tell. I didn't get much time with it, but I had a lot of fun with the controls, the vibe, and the little bit of story that I saw. It's absolutely zany.
The demo is now on Steam, so you can try it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is getting a new Game Plus mode and some new duds. It's a free update as well. So if you play Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, all the stuff you uncovered and all the experience that you got, you can take with you to the next in a new game, which makes you uber powerful unless you up the difficulty.
That sounds like a good thing.
Yeah. You also get the Egyptian clothes, which is but basically what Indy wore when he was walking around Egypt. Not dressed in a sheik's outfit, just his regular shirt and pants sort of thing.
Yeah. The sweaty white shirt.
Yeah. I actually like one of the paid DLC is you get to wear what he's wearing in Temple of Doom, which is definitely dirty. Because he's dressed in that after all that crap that he goes through, the very ending of Temple of Doom, that when his shirt is all messy and he's actually almost bare chested. I think he might be bare chested.
That shirt starts out like a sort of creamish white. By the end of it's like light brown.
It's also for the most of that movie he's almost shirtless because it's hanging low on him.
Yeah. I was gonna say, did you hold on? I had it over here.
My favorite line from Temple of Doom is "I'm right here."
You were a fan of Pentiment, weren't you, Jonah?
Yeah. Yes, I know. I heard the news about it. Yes. So the developer, I forgot. Josh Sawyer.
Josh Sawyer. Yeah.
He said, and I always suspected this about the game because I wasn't sure. I thought, is this the right one? He doesn't want you to know who the actual murderer was. So anybody that you manage to convict, there's always that level of doubt. Wait a minute. Did he? Or did I get the wrong guy?
Yeah. He says that, like, in quotes, he designed the game.
That sounds like a Josh Sawyer thing. That honestly does.
Yeah. He said that, like, the basis of the game, the first concept of the game was that he wanted to design it so that there cannot be a right answer.
And there isn't a right answer.
Yeah.
You'll never know. Here's the thing: no matter who you convict, you never get evidence.
There's never conclusive evidence.
Well, here's the thing: there's never conclusive evidence that he didn't do it. Like, there's plenty of evidence that they did it, right? But there's always that wondering. Well, is there? Yeah, there's no conclusive evidence that he did do it. The circumstantial evidence is always very, very strong.
Yeah, that's just interesting. I think that adds to the replayability of that game. It's just that there are so many possibilities, and none of them are necessarily the correct one.
Yeah, and then I found out in the second part of the game, you have to be cruel to be kind if you want someone to survive. So next time I'm going to do that because when you don't shoo them away, they get killed. They're not about something else. And the third act, when I first played it, it was like, oh, we're going here now. And I did not expect the person to return, but he does. Not the one who died. But someone you think who died. Without, oh, fuck it. It's an old game. I might as well say. In the second, at the climax of the second act, it looks like your character that you've been playing is killed in a fire. And then in the third act, you take the role of this girl who was in the background of all the games, of all the acts, and now you play her as grown up. And it's like, oh, this is a very strange, plot switch. And major spoiler here, put your fingers in your ears if you don't want to hear this. 3/4 of the way through the final act, you find out that your main character did not die. He actually he just actually pretended to die because he's so ashamed of himself. And then he has to confront all his demons. Like, he has a dream, and he dreams about his dead son who died before the game begins. And it's sort of like, I chose him not being able to say anything. But here's the thing about the game is that it's extremely fluid. Every time you play through it, depending on the choices you make, it's always a sort of different game. It's not quite different. It's more like more different than Talking Dead or any Telltale game, but less. Actually, it's the same difference as the second Batman game. So if you know in the second Batman game, you can either turn the Joker into a vigilante or turn the Joker into a villain. I always chose the villain because fuck it, I'm not gonna change history. He was always becomes a villain. By the way, for those of you who haven't played the two Telltale Batman games, they take place in an alternate universe in which you find out that Thomas and Martha Wayne were criminals. They were not killed in an alley. They were hit. They had a hit on them by an assassin who was Joe Chill. And then you find out that Carmen Falcone is really a good guy. So it's like a great alternate reality in which Batman is a different kind of person. You know? And it's also one of the rare games in which you can say, I'm done with being Batman. I'm done. No more Batman. Because you don't want Alfred to leave. And by the way, that's what happens in Nightfall. Alfred gets so upset about Bruce constantly being Batman that he decides, you know what, I'm out of here. And he leaves at Nightfall. He doesn't come back for a long while. There's all these little, even though it's away apart from continuity, there's all these little continuity knots. Like, I did not even know that you could have Lucius Fox's daughter run the company. I always thought that she would always become a gadget girl like Robin, you know? I guess if you choose to join with Waller, you know, there's so many choices in that game, but that's the same with Pentiment. Pentiment has all these choices that you can make. Even at the beginning of the game, like, for one thing, you have to figure out what your specialty is. If you're into, you know, painting, or if you're into philosophy, and also what languages you speak. You know? If you don't know French, say, there's some stuff that you're not going to be able to interpret. But yeah, I mean, Pentiment is one of those games I'm going to go back into at some point. But not now. Right now, I'm reliving the life of Ezio Auditore.
Well, that's awesome. It's something that I need to get back to at some point because I've only played through it once, and okay. I want to see more of it, and I just never made time. It's another one of those things that I'll get to it someday.
By the way, Scott, did you ever get through Indiana Jones and the Great Circle?
No, I haven't. I should finish that. It's definitely on my backlog.
Trust me, there's a lot of surprises. And by the way, someone wrote an article, did a YouTube video about how this Indiana Jones redeems the two sequel movies. The Curse of the, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and the most recent one. Because it shows that Indiana has a problem. He's always running away from his problems. And it's reflected so well in the next two films. You know, it makes sense. Now, everything that happens in the last film makes absolute sense. That's how good the story is. It takes the last two films and makes them good. It explains his relationship with Mutt. It explains why he never hooked up with Marion after Raiders of the Lost Ark. I don't know if you got that far. Actually, it's in the beginning of the game. It's at the very beginning of the game in which you get this note from Marion who gifts you that logbook. But Indiana Jones crumples it up and throws the note away, not letting Marcus know that it was from her. And then the ending scene is so perfect. And this is not a spoiler. After the ending, a few seconds after the ending, it starts up with the classic Indiana Jones theme, which you had not heard the entire game. And it's like, oh, this is an Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah.
Have you completed it, TJ?
No, I've gotten pretty close to the end, but I had other things to do.
Yeah, I haven't done the expansion either, Land of the Giants. I will at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But getting back to Pentiment, Scott, this is a game you really should play because this is a game in which it's like reading a book. You know? All the decisions you make, there's no real bad decision. It only changes the story around it. And the puzzles are very mild, but they're not too difficult.
Yeah, it's definitely just like the most just plain out story forward Obsidian game.
And that's what Josh Sawyer said he wanted to make. Pentiment is a game, and you can tell. is a game that he made on his free time. It's like he would go home at night and just, I'm going to code a little bit more of this game, blah, 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 blah. It has that true indie feel, even though it's an Obsidian game. Speaking of Obsidian, did you know that they had to take all their games off the market for like a day and a half because of Unity? That is such a bizarre thing. Yeah, there was an exploit in Unity.
Yes, I remember this. That had been there for apparently a very long time.
And they had to take it off take all their games off because of that, and apparently they're back on again. Can you imagine? They were exploited, and it was like, I think it was opening up people's accounts or something like that. It was something catastrophic.
Yeah, it was something real bad where it was like a kernel level thing where people could access things they shouldn't be accessing.
I think Scott is sleeping, so we should be...
No, I'm here.
Okay. I asked you a question.
What'd you ask?
Did you what's it called? I said you didn't give an opinion on me suggesting you play Pentiment.
Oh, Pentiment? Yeah. I have that on my wish list. I just haven't gotten around to getting it. I guess I'll have to wait for one of the sales or something.
Like I said, it's one of those games in which you do it like a book. You read it like a book. There's no wrong answers. And also the Obsidian thing. So we're moving on. Might and Magic Olden Era is delayed till 2026. I didn't know this was coming out, and I was always a huge Heroes of Might and Magic fan.
I used to play it a lot too back in the day.
I first discovered it in '96 when I bought Heroes of Might and Magic in 1996, when I was flush full of money and I didn't have to pay rent. And I said, "This looks interesting," and I played it and I was hooked. I stopped being hooked around Heroes of Might and Magic 4, and then I lost interest. And then I played Hero of Might and Magic 2 again, and it's like I don't remember it being this hard. But I didn't know anything about Heroes of Might and Magic Golden Era. I went to the Steam page and said, "Holy shit! It looks exactly like Heroes of Might and Magic 3, except with higher resolution." So it's now officially on my radar.
Nice. I haven't been back to the Might and Magic series in a long time. The new one looks good.
You know what? You know what game I have still in my library, which I haven't played? And that's the FPS Might and Magic game. Do you remember that? You don't remember?
I don't.
Really? There was an FPS Might and Magic.
No, I don't. I've never played a first-person one.
No.
Yeah, Dark Messiah Might and Magic.
Huh.
It came out a while ago. It was like in... it was in 2006 when it came out on PC. Wow, that's almost 20 years old. And it had very good melee combat. That's what I remember most about it. Used magic and used melee, and the melee was really good. I mean, you also had a bow, but this actually, it reminds me now of playing Elder Scrolls, except more action-y. Yeah, that's the forgotten Might and Magic game, Dark Messiah Might and Magic.
I've heard of that. I just have never played it.
I bet it's like $2 on Amazon, right? On not Amazon. I mean, on. Oh, I had it. Yeah, it's $10 on Steam. Yeah. Anyways, moving on to the next quick news. Hey Scott, there's a Minecraft movie sequel coming. It's coming on July 23rd, 2027. It made $1 billion. What are you talking about? People enjoyed it. Yes, it made $1 billion.
Wow, some people have no taste, I guess.
Or people love Minecraft. Face it.
I love Minecraft. That movie was terrible.
It's even funnier is that like the Super Mario Bros. Movie set a record for video game to movie adaptations with $146 million at the U.S. box office, and then the Minecraft movie managed to beat it just like a year later with it was like 159 million.
Nuts.
Here's the thing: Jack Black is not is fine in the film. He's deliberately embarrassing. In some movies, he's trying too hard. This one, he's not trying too hard. He's just doing it. And
It's not Jack Black. It's the writing and directing. It's not the actors. It's the writing and directing.
I'm gonna tell you something. It's
Story
a perfect
makes no
kids movie.
sense. It's terrible.
It's a perfect kids movie.
Yeah, it's for kids.
The Minecraft movie is the perfect movie for children that have been raised on YouTube.
True.
Pretty much, yeah. It's
like that movie is meme the movie, but with a
Here's the thing. Minecraft the movie is far better than the Drek like Artemis Fowl.
Sure.
Other movies that have come out. Here's the thing. It doesn't besmirch the franchise.
Oh, the franchise is fine. I'm just talking.
No, I mean the movie itself. The movie is respectful in a weird kind of way of the franchise. Artemis Fowl is not.
The
reason I bring up Artemis Fowl is because Jack Black is in that too.
I remember seeing someone making the observation that Jack Black and God damn, I can't remember his name now. Samoa. They should have switched. Momoa. There we go.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah, Jason Momoa should have switched roles. That would have made more sense. But that's because then he could have looked like the guy who's been training in the land and mining and all that stuff, and then Jack's this has-been that's been sitting in a store this whole time would have made much more sense. But I don't know. The whole thing was just.
It's coming out July 23rd, 2027.
Whatever.
Hey y'all, Chicken Jockey.
Yeah, see, that's my point. Like, you can't just say that and it means something. This is the same complaint that people had about the Big Bang Theory, is that they would just say a reference and you're supposed to think it's funny and go, oh, it's
and then be racist and say and acknowledge it as if that makes it not racist.
Except for like in the case of Minecraft and Chicken Jockey, I literally saw videos of theaters where once that line was said, the whole theater would just be like, "Oh my god!"
I don't understand though. It's like, why?
Do you ever watch? Oh fuck! What was the name of that show that Fred Savage was in? You remember the show he was in? What?
Wonder Years?
No. Maybe it was a different. It was a child actor, and the show was god. But here's the thing. Several episodes, and I noticed this. He would just out of the saying, like, Beavis and Butthead. And the crowd would go, woo! As if mentioning Beavis and Butthead was the funniest thing in the world. He didn't make a joke about him, he just mentioned them.
I mean, that's just not good writing to me. But I guess
it wasn't Fred Savage, it was a different child actor who was equally annoying. And growing up with something like that, not Malcolm in the Middle, something else. Growing up, fuck, I forgot the name of the show.
Is it like something in the city or Boston?
No, it was Blank Grows Up or something like that. I don't remember it, but it was cringeworthy. It was just cringeworthy. Beavis and Butthead. Okay, what about them? They exist.
Yeah.
Remember when Beavis and Butthead was edgy and funny? I know Mike Judge does. Mike Judge couldn't wait to get rid of them. He hated those characters. That's why when he went straight to King of the Hill, because he hated those characters. After the movie came out, he was done with them forever. Until MTV forced them to do a reboot, which didn't last long, thankfully. And they were doing Mystery Science Theater 3000. They were ripping it off, except for videos. CD Skyline 2's big Bridges and Ports expansion is almost here. It's coming out in like 3 weeks. I still have not got back to it because of the graphic problems. There was a patch the other day. I haven't checked out what the patch did yet.
For which one?
CD Skylines 2.
Ah, yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Before I started having graphic problems, I was engrossed in that game. Everybody was poo-pooing it. I was enjoying it until the graphics glitches started happening when they patched it, and all of a sudden it was almost unplayable for me. because I was uncovering so many. The progression in that game was really nice. You do one thing, it gives you a tutorial on something else, gives you a tutorial on something else, gives you a tutorial on something else. And I was not. I really appreciated how deep the game was getting. You know, it was really, it had all these systems that worked perfectly, and now I can't appreciate it because friggin' they had to patch it. And now there's a new patch. I don't know what it does. Hopefully, it gets rid of those bad things. I don't know. But I know a lot. I know you haven't really gotten into it. It's like you were driven away by it. And oh, by the way, the console version, there's still no word of it. It's like it'll never come. That the console version will never come.
Yeah, I was in the middle of making a city and getting towards kind of the mid game technology, but like I guess to a certain extent, I never really played long enough to experience the crazy problems that other people kept saying they were having. But I did see that as they kept doing updates, like you were talking about, that kept they'd fix one thing and break three more, and I guess I just kind of bowed out.
I'm gonna have to check it again at some time because for a while I was playing it for like 2 hours a day because I was starting a city, seeing where I was screwing up, and starting over again, which is basically what happens in any SimCity game. You know, sort of like you're doing it on the, oh, wait, I made a mistake early on. Let me do this again, knowing that I have to avoid doing that kind of thing. So, hey, do you know that Cyberpunk 2077 is getting Wordle?
It's getting what?
Wordle. It's getting Wordle.
It's getting
Yeah.
Wordle inside of Cyberpunk?
Yeah, and it's going to include Cyberpunk words like choom and gonks.
Huh. That's an odd one.
Hey, well, remember, World of Warcraft had in-game Bejeweled.
Yeah, that's true. Where do you play?
What are you gonna have to
Wordle?
do when you're sitting on that stupid flying mount that automatically takes from one city to the other? It's like sometimes it would take like 15 minutes, real time minutes. So it's like, what am I gonna do? Some people just went to the bathroom. Now you can just, hey, we'll just include Bejeweled in there, so you can play Bejeweled while you're on the dragon.
But where do you play Wordle inside of
on your
Cyberpunk?
on your in-game cell phone?
Oh, okay,
Every 24 hours, a new word is there.
interesting. That's a okay.
There's also Cards Against Humanity. They came out with an edition that avoids tariffs, and they're saying this holiday season, don't give Donald Trump a fucking cent.
They've been pretty vocal about him for almost as long as he's been relevant in American politics. So good on them for the consistency.
They have also a new FAQ, and listen to this. What if DHS secretary and dog murderer Christine Nome gets mad and decides that Cards Against Humanity explains the joke is not informational material? Answer, she can fuck right off because we got a binding ruling from Trump's own government that confirms this product is informational and 100% exempt from his stupid tariffs.
Nice.
This is an American promotion for freedom-loving, tariff-hating Americans. Oh, by the way, this isn't the first time back in 2017, they actually bought land on Texas on the Mexican border just to make it difficult for him to build his wall. And then they sued Elon Musk $15 million for encroaching on that same land.
Yep. So, like I said,
money well spent.
Like I said, they've been pretty active in opposing these things as long as they've been prominent.
Yeah, which is good because Cards Against Humanity can be un-PC as fuck. It actually started the craze of card games that are not PC. Anyways. What else is there? So this next item you actually wrote, so go ahead, TJ.
Alrighty. Helldivers developers blame HDDs for the PC version's file size and delayed updates. From Check News.
TJ. TJ.
What? What's wrong? Hold on.
I can't hear you, TJ.
Am I frozen up? What's happening?
Oh wait, something's wrong here. I can't hear you.
I can hear TJ.
Can you not hear us at all?
I can hear.
I mean,
Guys.
turn it on again because I can see my thing. Your thing is not going. You might have pulled out of your. Oh no, you just crashed. Oh no, you're moving.
I'm still here. Can you hear me?
You said something, but I don't hear it.
I hear him.
Scott can hear me.
Let me see what's going on here. Let me go to speaker.
Can he hear you, Scott? I don't know.
I don't. Can you hear me,
No,
Jonah?
I don't hear you.
I don't think he can hear you either, Scott.
Oh.
Let me see.
I don't think he can hear you either, Scott.
Oh, I can hear. Oh, no, so it must be on my side because I can hear you on the.
Your both dead.
No, so it must be on my side because I can. Yeah. So I must have clicked something weird here on the StreamYard.
Oopsies.
Let me go back to StreamYard because it's probably on my side that I muted myself, maybe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave.
Oop.
All right.
I'm going to get back on stage. Say something now.
Something.
Okay. Hey.
I can't hear you.
Wow.
Oh no.
How did I self-mute? How did I mute you guys? This is ridiculous. So, go ahead and say your thing there, Scott, TJ.
Give me 1 sec here.
Oh, wait. There it is. I see what I did wrong. Now try it.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear us?
Hello.
Say something.
Jonah?
Yeah,
We're saying something. I guess you can't hear us still.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Wow. Maybe your earbuds. I don't know. Your earbud port is bad. Something.
How did I mute everything? I didn't mute myself on here.
I
didn't mute myself here.
Let me try.
Oh wait, maybe it's up here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, now try it. Go ahead.
Trying again. Hello.
Yeah, there you are. I see what happened. Okay, go on.
The problem is solved. Helldivers 2 developers blame HDDs for the PC version's file size and delayed updates. From Shack News. Helldivers 2 has had platform-specific issues since launch. The game's file size is 3 times as large on PC as anywhere else, and updates to the platform come slower than its PS5 and Xbox Series XS counterparts. Why? According to developer Arrowhead Game Studios, it's because the devs have to keep accounting for hard disk drives, or HDDs, on PC, where they haven't had to deal with that on consoles. And for the foreseeable future, there's no easy fix. The issue is HDD specific, relating to seek time. For those who don't know, an HDD has its data stored on a spinning platter, which has a mechanical arm that must scan over it for relevant data. The movement takes time, and the issue simply doesn't exist on solid-state drives, where there is no moving parts, and data is retrieved in near-instant fashion. So that's kind of a bummer. Like, they can't really go back on that. They can't suddenly cut off HDDs.
Guys, upgrade your friggin' upgrade your hard drives, damn it.
Yeah.
Consoles have solid-state drives, damn it, for a reason. I remember someone tried to play Starfield with a hard drive, and they posted that video, which, hey, look, what's called, they hit a wall on the planet. No, it didn't. You just hit the friggin', the hard drive couldn't keep up with you. Upgrade your friggin' computer. Come on, SDD. They're cheap now.
Yeah, and, like, Arrowhead has to play it careful at this point, because they've already gotten, like, flack from fans over updates and things before. But they also said that one of the things that keeps them from just cutting HDDs off altogether is that they're not certain of what percentage of their PC players are running HDDs.
Valve report it? Doesn't Valve take a
They can only tell by like who's active at any given time, and it doesn't necessarily tell them the players that are actually playing versus
Well,
those that
here's an idea. Why not release an SDD version? Just give people the option to download the HD or the SD version, and you know.
they're really nervous though because they think that 12% of their PC players might be HDD users, and that's a shame because that means that the game is always going to be a little bit hobbled on PC
But that's what I'm saying.
by old hardware.
Allow people to download two versions of the game, one of two versions of the game. Download the SDD version and download the HDD version, whichever one you use.
How do you keep those players separate though? Like, how do you keep an
You
SDD
don't keep them
player
separate. It's
from,
just hard drive space. You know, all that does is it just repeats information. That's why it's so big.
Yeah. Well,
But
yeah,
you know, it's a simple solution. And
it
then
seems
announce
that-
Helldivers 3 and say this game is going to be SDD only. So guess what? If you don't have it, play it. You're out of it.
Yeah. And I bet a lot of the PC community would be happy to have that and just have it get going. But there are those people that don't want to upgrade and they would be mad. They would be they wouldn't just be mad. They would be furious if they jumped
Here's the
on
thing.
and suddenly-
You can get an SDD card for $100 now. Some even less. You can get a 256 what's called megabyte, not maybe gigabyte. Gigabyte version. Get that for $50. Come on, and you just slide it right inside your PC. Get with the times. Spend the extra $50. You already spent a couple $100 on your PC.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see the news where someone got their Windows 7 up and running and playing what's it called, current stuff on it?
There's a lot of games that won't run on Windows 7 now.
No, but he actually has it so that they can run on Windows 7.
Oh, because I remember seeing somebody try to run Sea of Stars on Windows 7 and it wasn't working. And they were told,
this guy had it run through a middleware, and it ran fine. I my challenge is okay, do it with Windows 95,
yeah, there you go. That's a real challenge.
or even better, Windows 3.1.
Oh, Lord, no. That's not happening.
Run it on an Amiga. I want to see it running on Amiga.
Oh, my God.
I miss my Amiga. I miss being blue, not blue, green. Wait, what color was the Amiga anyway? Oh, the same color as the ColecoVision. Anyways. Okay, I'm going to take that as the podcast is over. Look for our show notes at gamingpodcast.net along with industry news and our gaming history articles. We enjoy your feedback, so leave us comments on our blog at gamingpodcast.net. Also, set us up at facebook.com/gamingpodcast. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Leave iTunes comments. You can find me at Jonah Falcon.
You can find me at Johnny Chugs.
You can find me at Charlotte the Sage.
And we will see you next week.
Happy gaming, everyone.
Have fun, be cool, play games, y'all.
That's it. Bye-bye.